Time to welcome back Extra Sports. Mike Costa. You can hear Mike and Steve Hartman 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday on 1360 80 a.m. Mike, kind enough to spend some time with us. That guy is razor sharp.
He is razor sharp. Speaking of that, there's a family in Coronado, Brooke and Carla Jordan, their sons Danny and Nicholas and David. They love you. They listen to you all. They watch you all the time, and they send their best in 2019 because you know your stuff.
Yes, because I thought it's a gimmick offense. You're going to see it again real quickly.
Right.
And Gus Bradley did exactly that. He flooded the field with defensive backs. The whole thing was speed over size.
Speed over size, and speed is going to win most of the time any day of the week. And they shut down that vaunted rushing attack of the Ravens, and there's a reason they're moving on. They're not a fluke. They're a good football team.
All right, we're going to roll some highlights from Sunday. Do you buy into the theory that the Chargers have had so much practice working against hostile crowds that being on the road, even in a high-stakes game like this, is not as big a deal?
I do believe that it plays into it. And, you know, there was rumor of them staying on the East Coast, getting ready for the Patriots game, and the Chargers were of the mindset, wait a second, we're 9-0 when we get on a plane this season. We're flying back to Los Angeles, and we're going to fly back again to the East Coast on Friday.
All right, which brings us to Russell Okung, who thinks there's a league-wide conspiracy to keep the Chargers down because of the L.A. thing. He was pointing to some ticky-tack calls. I think he was pointing to his own holding call, or one of them,
yes,
which was just a bonehead play on his part. But as he thinks that Roger Goodell has it out for the Chargers.
I don't think he has it out for the Chargers, but Roger Goodell realizes the optics of a potential AFC championship game inside a 27,000-seat soccer stadium doesn't look good for the NFL. And Russell Okung also has to remember that earlier this season, there was a lot of calls that either flags were not thrown, or calls that went the Chargers' way, where maybe in seasons past they wouldn't have.
Two flagrant false starts, the one in Cleveland and one in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
The one in Pittsburgh helped them win. You know, they don't win that game.
Exactly.
Or,
it comes out in the wash.
Yeah, Patriots are favored by 4, which suggests to me there's a lot of early money on it because you get 3 just for being the home team.
Correct.
So this is a rematch of that 2008 encounter in Foxborough when it was just brutally cold. I was there. I can speak to that. But is this a better Charger team than that 2008 team?
100% better. Plus, you have a healthy Phillip Rivers who's playing on 2 legs. Your running back, even though Melvin Gordon was in 2 knee braces by the end of the Ravens game, that running game is churning. Defensively, they have shown they can hang with the big boys. Special teams isn't affecting them like it was in the early part of the season. It's a much better Chargers team going in there.
Is it as a good New England team as 2008?
No.
They
don't, Paul. They don't nearly have the defense, I think, that's going to contend with the Chargers' offense. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, yeah, offensively they'll still be able to do things, but defensively they're average at best.
Well, if you have $100 in your pocket, take a look at this graphic. The Saints remain the betting favorite. This is if you wager 100 and you put it on the Saints, you get $250 back if they win the Super Bowl. The odds makers of Vegas say it's going to be the Saints and Chiefs. The Chargers are plus 900. A $100 bet will get you close to $1,000. And you say?
I'm telling you, the Chargers are going to win in Foxborough on Sunday.
If we have an LA versus LA Super Bowl in Atlanta,
okay,
does that change the equation on the fight for LA? Does suddenly that all these doomsayers who say it's never going to work, does the LA embrace them?
No, equation stays the same. Most of LA will be pulling for the Rams because, again, the Chargers weren't being asked to go to Los Angeles. They crowbarred themselves up there, and LA still feels like, hey, we didn't want you.
All right. One of the untold stories, at least as far as here is concerned, I think we owe them equal time. TV ratings up. Not only up, they're way up.
Monstrous.
Monster ratings are up. Why is this about the players no longer protesting? Why are TV ratings up? Or better matchups?
Well, better matchups. A product that's exciting to watch. Yeah, I think no protest has something to do with it. And in San Diego, which we all know, the bulk of your fan base, Dean Spanos, is still here in San Diego, and that's why you're going to get the big numbers, and they're also winning.
Well, I'm speaking, when I speak of those TV ratings, Chargers and
overall,
across the board.
We all wanted to say, oh, we're not going to watch the NFL. You know, the rule changes, whatever the case may be. We still watch the NFL.
And now we're back to doing what we do best, arguing about horrific officiating. This is the catch, Anthony Miller, I believe, that was ruled an incomplete pass, though he catches it, runs with it, fumbles it, and then the referees blow the whistle dead, and then the referees pick up the ball.
Right.
That ball should have stayed with Chicago. It should have been right there.
Yep.
Did it change the outcome of the game?
It did. It certainly affected it. You and I both have played football. What have your coaches always told you? Jump on the ball whether the whistle has been blown or not.
Listen to what the commentator said.
differently.
Yes.
Right. That was ruled incomplete.
They're not making this up on the fly, are they?
It does seem that way.
I had to get it out of here.
All right, so they're coming back to us. We got a minute left.
Yeah.
Mike, how big of a blunder?
A huge blunder, especially if you're the Chicago Bears. You know, if that receiver should be knowing in his head, wait, that's a catch. I had 3 steps, 3 football moves after I caught the ball. Go jump on the ball. But it's an egregious error on the referee's part.
All right, give me quick answers here. Cody Parkey, with the advent of social media now, does he go the way of Steve Bartman?
Yeah, well, he's hated in Chicago right now, and I don't think the Bears can bring the kid back.
So
it's brutal. It's just a game. Good Lord.
And boy, we'll show some of
this.
And then we got 30 seconds left. Buried in all this football news is a local boy, Xander Schauffele from Scripps Ranch and the Aztecs. Wins again. I think it's his 3rd professional win in Kapalua. He goes out and shoots a 62 on Sunday to beat a field of champions. Is this his breakout? Is he going to be a national guy?
He certainly has the wherewithal to get it done. And don't be surprised if his name, the weeks before leading up to majors, his name is prominent as far as people who could win it.
So, I mean, I like that. But the problem is now he's not going to be that sweet kid that you could call and have him come into the studio.
Oh, he's going to get too big where he won't take the calls anymore.
There'll be a layer of 3 people.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up tonight on the ASR, 4 stops, plus we'll have highlights from that really boring football game. I mean, last I checked, it was 58-52 in the first quarter. We'll have all that coming your way. Ladies, right now, I send it back to you.